Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be doing another suggested airport update, and the subject for today's suggested / random model airport update is going to be Windsor Locks Bradley International Airport. Windsor Locks, like many other US airports, traces its history back to World War II when it was opened in 1941 as a US military base. In 1947, it became a commercial airport and has been one ever since. Windsor Locks, despite its name, is actually the primary airport serving the city of Hartford, Connecticut and the surrounding area. It is also the second largest airport in New England, and in 2022, it served just under 6 million passengers. I'm going to be doing the recording of the update a little bit differently today. I'm going to try to go kind of one take, full handheld, because I feel like that kind of gives you guys a more interesting view of the airport instead of just cutting at each aircraft. So I'm going to try to remember all the routes in my head. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully I won't have to cut it all. But with that, let's go ahead and get straight into it. Starting right here, we have a Breeze Embraer 195. This guy came in from Charleston and is going to be heading out to Norfolk. Next to him right there, we have a Breeze A220-300. This guy came in from Vero Beach, Florida, which is a very interesting route. That airport just gets two routes to here and I believe White Plains on Breeze. So very interesting route there. But let's say he came in from Phoenix. Or did I say he arrived in from Phoenix? He arrived in from Vero Beach, is heading out to Phoenix. Say that. Next right here, we have a Spirit Airbus A320. This guy came in from Atlanta and is going to be heading out to Orlando. Moving on around right here, we have an American Airbus A321 in the gorgeous flagship Valor livery. Absolutely beautiful livery. I haven't really gotten to spot it properly. I've only seen it from a distance. Hope to get to properly spot it soon. But earlier today, this guy came in from Charlotte and he is just pushing out on the turnaround back out to Charlotte. Next to him here, we have an American 737-800. This guy came in from Miami earlier today and is just loading up bags for a flight out to Dallas-Fort Worth. Next to him here, we have an American Embraer 170 operated by, I believe, Envoy, or no, this one might be Republic. I think the two routes, one of these is Republic, one of them is Envoy, but this guy came in from Washington Reagan and is going to be heading out to Chicago O'Hare. Next to him right here, we have a United Airbus A319. This guy came in from, let's go with Chicago O'Hare again, and is going to be heading out to Washington Dulles. Next to him right here, we have a United Express Embraer 175. This guy came in from Washington Dulles and is going to be heading back out there. That does kind of seem to be the most common route out of here for United, just lots of daily frequencies, mainly on these E-jets. And then finally for United right here, we have a 737-900ER. This guy came in from Denver and is going to be heading back out there. All right, so that wraps up our first concourse here. Let's move on to our second concourse, starting with Southwest. Right here, we have a Southwest Boeing 737 MAX 8. This guy came in from Baltimore and is going to be heading out to Denver. Next to him right there, we have a Southwest 737-800. This guy came in from Tampa and is going to be heading out to Chicago Midway. And finally, right here, we have a Southwest 737-700. This guy arrived in from Nashville and is going to be heading back out there. Moving on over to Frontier right here, we have a Frontier Airbus A320neo in the Baja the Whale Shark livery. This guy arrived in earlier today from Orlando and is going to be going on the turnaround back out there. Next up right here, we have a Delta Boeing 717-200. Unfortunately, these are not going to be around all that much longer. It's really sad because this is such a pretty aircraft. But yeah, so this guy came in from Minneapolis and is going to be heading out to Detroit. Moving on right here, we have a Delta Boeing 737-900ER. This guy came in from Atlanta and is going to be heading back out there. Lots of daily frequencies on that. I believe only on the 739. There might have been one on an A320, but that's just kind of a consistent route, as it is with pretty much every other U.S. East Coast airport. Next right here, we have a Delta Bombardier / Mitsubishi CRJ 900. This guy came in from New York LaGuardia and is just getting bags loaded on for the turnaround back out there. Moving on to JetBlue, who do have a fairly large presence here. We have this JetBlue Airbus A320 in the high-rise tail, brand new model that I just picked up recently. This guy came in from San Juan, which is a very interesting route, and he's going to be heading out to Orlando. Next to him right there, we have another JetBlue A320, this time in the Blueberry's tail with sharklets. This guy came in from Los Angeles and is going to be heading out to, let's go with Fort Lauderdale. And finally, for the concourse right here, we have an Air Canada Express CRJ 900. This guy came in from Toronto and is just about to push back out there. Very interesting to see the CRJ 900s here. And that does conclude the terminal. Let's head on over to the runway, or well, kind of the makeshift runway. It's not an actual runway here. Got a couple of cargo aircraft, starting with this FedEx Boeing 767-300ER. This guy came in from Memphis earlier today and will be heading back out there. And also taxiing out right here, we have this UPS Boeing 767-300ER. This guy came in from, let's go with Louisville, and I think that's the only route UPS fly. And it's gonna be heading back out to Louisville. Windsor does also get, honestly, on a much larger frequency than UPS and FedEx Prime Air to, I believe, Fort Worth and Cincinnati. Unfortunately, I don't have any primary aircraft, so I can't exactly represent that, but I did want to mention that is a kind of prominent cargo airline that does fly here. All right, and then moving on to probably the most interesting aircraft in this airport update right here, we have our Aer Lingus Airbus A321neo LR. This is the one European service this airport gets. It's a very cool one. This is one of Aer Lingus's kind of interesting, smaller, I say smaller, more like medium-sized US airport routes, kind of like their new Cleveland route, but this one has been going on for quite a while. I think that this is a really interesting route. I believe it is seasonal, but it's still just really cool, the fact that this airport does get service on Aer Lingus to Dublin. Of course, very pretty aircraft right here, and it is nice to kind of have that European connection through this flight right here. So yeah, this Aer Lingus A321neo came in from Dublin earlier today, and it's just blasting off of the runway to head back out there. And with that, that does conclude the airport update. I had a really fun time setting up this airport. I think it's a really cool airport. I hope you guys enjoyed this, kind of a quicker airport update today because of this format, but I kind of like it better because I feel like I can kind of give you guys a more interesting view of the airport and the aircraft that I've set up, instead of just going from gate to gate and just aircraft to aircraft and not giving a wider view. And I also feel like it's kind of less shaky because I'm just more consistently moving the camera around. I definitely think that's an issue, and until I get a better phone or a better camera, I can't exactly, it's kind of hard to do it not handheld because it just you kind of have to zoom in if you're using, so it got a tripod right there. I kind of have to zoom in onto the aircraft, and that's, and then it lowers the quality, and I'm also still pretty far out because my phone really is not good enough for that. So hoping to get a better phone soon enough. But yeah, so that pretty much does conclude today's airport updates. Once again, hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to see some more of these, be sure to suggest down in the comments below what airport you would like to see next. I believe this is the third one of these I've done. Because yeah, last one I did was Austin, and before that, like a year before that, we did Raleigh-Durham. So tell me what airport you guys want to see next. Kind of just any small to medium-sized airport in the US. I might be able to do a larger airport, but it's probably not going to be as realistic because I simply just don't have enough aircraft to do any like huge hub airport. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and if you have time, leave a comment down below telling me what airport you would like to see next. So with that, I hope you guys have an absolutely incredible rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.